So this is the scene from the Loyalton fire near Reno, Nevada. And what you're looking at is actually called a firenado. The National Weather Service points out that the potential for a blaze is high and responders should use extreme caution. And meteorologist Christina Edwards is joining us now to explain more about a firenado. And Christina, is this similar to what we would think of as a regular tornado?
Actually, it is. And I'll show you how it forms in just a moment. But it's important to note that this is not the first ever fire tornado or firenado, if you will, but rather the first to have a tornado warning issued on it. So the first time that the National Weather Service has said, yeah, this is actually forming and we need a warrant on it. Now, 2 years ago, the Carr fire near Redding, California, also fired up a firenado. It was rated an EF3 with wind gusts as high as 143 miles per hour. So yes, it's intense. So now let's talk about what's going on with this. How is this formed? Well, you have intense heat from the fire on the surface of the ground, and that intense heat makes the air rise very, very quickly. So warm air is rising, cold air is rushing in, but it makes a lot of friction with the ground, and that friction is the force that causes it to swirl. So now you have a swirl, right? And that is producing these eddies of air to form, and then all that fire gets wrapped into it, all that smoke gets wrapped into it, the eddies contract and they form into a true tornado vortex. So the technical term for it is actually a pyro-tornado, or in this case, this would be pyro-tornadogenesis. Isn't that a lot of fun for your Saturday night? But here is the warning. This is history in the making. Pyrocumulus from the Loyalton Wildfire, about 20 miles northwest of Reno, Nevada, was capable of producing a fire-induced tornado in the outflow winds of that wildfire. Isn't that incredible? And again, taking a 3D look at what was happening at that time, kudos and thanks to Christopher Pipkin down in Tuscaloosa. Taking a look at that 3D view, again, you have this updraft of the pyrocumulonimbus cloud, and then you have the actual vortex descending down and the fire tornado there taking place. So it is really fascinating as a meteorologist to watch this, but live on the ground, taking a look at all those images they're flying by on Twitter, it is also very heartbreaking and very, well, scary to look at if you were on the ground. Now, here closer to home, we don't have to worry about anything like that. It was a little on the toasty side, though. 92 degrees, our actual high for today, right about on par for August 15th. Our record